sword for us. That might be our best shot in this chaos.
Lan, watch your tongue.
Now, since I did play through this, I do have spoiler stuff. Um, hmm, I know. You know what? I want to attack them. I really do. But I also know that these guys can be companions. So I will just do this.
Of course. How about we do this? You help us, and we don't leave you here to rot in these underground tunnels that only we know. I think that sounds
it's
fair.
fair.
Yeah, and we could throw in a dozen fresh rats to sweeten the deal.
Have
That's
you
a tempting offer
skill
on his
ratings?
part.
Have you played this
Help
the
us,
Pathfinder
and
series?
we'll help you.
Narnich, or
This
do you
is
know
very
anything about
important.
this?
Windowlog believes the maze leads to the outside. She knows what she's talking about.
All right, underground folks, you got yourselves a deal. But if you find the sword first, don't forget we helped you.
No,
Our
that
agreement still
okay.
stands.
So this game is based off the Pathfinder D&D books, and what Owlcat has done. Yeah, this is Owlcat has put the entire book, all the stuff into this game. Um, so for example, um, like there are, they put all of the classes and everything. Yeah, stay at 3.5. Yeah, so there's a lot in this. Hopefully I get a level up soon so I can show you, but like there is a there is a lot of classes, a lot of races, like 1,000 different things in this.
I found something.
Not this time.
Oh, religion check failed. I gotta also like remember to quick save like crazy.
Now what is that?
But yeah, there's about 20 classes, and each class has like 5 or 6 subclasses. And then there's a bunch of races, and then there's a bunch of gods. It's the entire book basically. So like I spent about 20 minutes today doing character creation, and I'm realizing that I could do another run as like a succubus basically, and charm my way to victory.
Found something.
My good campaign, I
What's
did a
that thing?
sorceress elf, and now we're doing a Bloodrager, basically. Our character is a Bloodrager half orc. Um, and basically it's like a mixture of magic and barbarianism. So basically, when he gets angry, uh, he infuses himself with magic and gets stronger. And because we couldn't make up our mind, we chose a mixed blood race. So every day we get to pick which bloodline we want to use, and these are the bloodlines. Just to say how much is in this game. There's a lot. Yeah. And it's just like I don't even know what half of these do. Like,
I'm losing my temper.
like look, there's like 5, 6 different dragon types. I can go arcane, I can go celestial, I can go abyssal. There's infernal, serpentine, undead, elementals, fae. Like holy crap. Holy crap indeed, man. Um, but basically, the story we're in right now is that we've just got in. We were found injured outside the city gates and brought into a festival. The festival got attacked by demons. We were brave and attacked the demon lord, and he threw us into a canyon, into into a ravine. Where we're here now,
What do we have
I
here?
found something.
and now we're trying to make our way back up to the surface. Oh. strange flash pierces the gloom, and Radiant Sane feels drops of searing blood run down his chest. The wound, healed by torrent of love, reopens and weeps scarlet, but there's no pain or weakness. A hazy scene appears, a cave chamber. This one, or another one entirely. Radiant Sane's heartbeat quickens, and a stream of thoughts suddenly bursts into his mind. Thoughts that clearly belong to another. Treachery! They betrayed me, trapped me and stabbed me in the back. My trusted allies, my treasured friends, the people I swore to protect. The people from whom I descended from heaven and came to this turbulent mortal world. There they are, up ahead, in the gloom of the cave. What are they, waiting for? Are they afraid to draw any closer? Do they believe I am about to die from the traitorous blows? Next to me, a quiet moan. A girl with a golden braid lies on the rocks, clutching her slashed side. She refused to join with the traitors and paid dearly for it. I could have tried to run, but I will not. Willis, I still have the strength. I must. While recognizing the foreign origin of these thoughts, Radiant Sane intuits that he can control them somehow. Let's try to. Fiercely call out the traitors. The voice, trembling with pain and rage, carries to the farthest reaches of the cave, sealing in the strange vision. Why? Why did you betray me and your comrades? Why? What did the servants of the abyss tempt you with? Blurred shapes, the faces of several mortals bleed into existence. One of them, a young half-elf with his hair twisted into a knot, responds to the accusations. You and your goddess have given us nothing. Laurel, nothing, but Lord Descray will give us everything, and there's no power in the world that will stop his advances. Sorry, I gotta plug in my headset, it's about the beeping sounds. The frenzy of foreign thoughts comes faster and faster, like a rushing river, and images flash by one after another. A priestess in colorful robes observing the stars. A young female paladin praying, clutching her glowing sword. A majestic golden-winged angel gazing into the distance. His face covered by a helmet, but his voice ringing clearly. Only if you're willing, and only if you're ready. There is no going back. There in the vision, darkness in the cave stirs into motion. Something massive appears from within its depths. A vague shadow, an outline, a nightmare come to life. A wave of odious chirping and rustling emanates from the shadows. A sound piercing like hot irons lancing through flesh and bone. The traitors fall to their knees before the shadow in reverent ecstasy, and the wounded girl thrashes in her death throes. But Radiant Sane is determined to fight off the illusion, but Radiant Sane knows how to resist Madeline. Radiant Sane is determined to fight off the illusion. The force of the attack through originating in the vision is terrifying, but Radiant Sane is stronger. He shakes off the pain and torpor, but alas, the one who sent the vision cannot claim the same. He is broken and exhausted. A monster shadow emerges from the murk of the cave. It is not real. It exists only in the strange vision or memory, but the thrill of fear provokes is more than real. Shadows starkly resemble those of Descray, the terrifying demon lord. In the movement, as swift as thought itself, the monster's hand wrapped around the throat of the one called Laurel. The foolish angel struggling on the rocks like a fly with its wings torn off intones the shadow. Its voice changes as it moves, shifting from a quiet whispering to a sonorous shout, becoming young, then old and quavering. Where is your goddess, angel? Where is your self-assured herald? How is it that you're dying here alone and so far from the light of your heaven? A strange calm envelops the thought of the one called Laurel. He recognizes who stands before him, and he knows he will never bow down before his enemy. The flaming sword flares to life in his hand, bright pure flickering with multicolored sparks, like a sunbeam through stained glass. Slash! The blade slices through demonic creature's flesh, and the monster recoils with a howl, releasing his grip on Laurel's throat. The angel falls back heavily onto the rocks. His vitality is ebbing, but his pride remains undiminished. He grips the sword, and with his last burst of strength, plunges it into the rock. Radiant Sane sees the vision fading, and the rush of thoughts diminishing like a river running dry. The last thing he hears is this: "You will kill me, monster. This I know. But one day someone will come here and raise up my sword. They will raise it up and punish evildoers and traitors." The vision disappears with a vanishing in a burst of color. Radiant Sane does not hear the final words, but he seems to complete the thought, taking it to heart. The words fly from his lips, and with them something else. The heat blazing raised in Insane's chest fades away. the edge of the scarlet wound closing, leaving not even a scar behind. Looking down, Radiant Satan sees the flaming sword in his hand, or rather its outline, the memory of what the sword looked like. With a final surge of warm and soothing light, the sword vanishes, and the light is drawn into his hand. Radiant Satan senses that it will return. All he needs to do is call it. So, don't touch holy swords.
Hey, are you alright? You were kinda glowing just now.
Why not? They sound fun.
That was it. The light of heaven. But how?
Because it's me.
What did you do with it? Where did it go?
You saw it too, the traitors, the dying
It's
girl.
only us here. Your group, you, me, Windu, and the light of heaven that sort of got, sucked into you. Any chance you can whip it out again? We
Giggity.
do kind of need it. Sorry, I crack jokes when I get nervous, and when I'm upset, and when I'm happy. Anyway, what I said, it came out wrong. We need to bring you to Chief Sull. You can show everyone the light of heaven, we'll rally the tribe and go into the maze, and we'll get back our kin.
And what if he can't make it happen a second time? What then? The tribe will just say we're crazy and turn its back on us.
Show the path. Show the light.
That is just... wow, I mean, that's amazing! Heaven has truly blessed you.
Radiant Satan.
This power is the most majestic thing I've ever seen in all my life. Is this what the sun is like, Lan?
Yes, it's similar, but this light is more golden. Chief Sull needs to see this. Now that we have the power of angels on our side, he can't say no. He'll have to assemble a troop to storm the maze. You Uplanders care about your kids, right?
No.
Help us save ours. Without them, we won't survive. And then, the perils of the maze won't be so bad if we go together. We'll make our way through it and find the way to Canabras.
I think I saw the memories of Laurel, the angel who died here.
That really was Lariel? The angel from the legends. The ancestors even got his name right on the gravestone. The chief will be thrilled.
You. Thousands of gongs and no one's been able to touch it. And now you, an ordinary creature of flesh and blood, no different to us, get the sword and start talking about visions.
Now, Wentawag, don't be a sore loser. He is clearly different from us. The sword appeared before him, along with the angel's name and all that other
We are
stuff.
special.
Because he doesn't carry our mongrel taint. Heaven doesn't give a damn how special we are. We're born with evil inside us. Heaven doesn't need to know any more than that. I know you're willing to tear anyone apart to uphold our people's honor, but you and Sull, you just refuse to face the truth. We are the way we are because our ancestors' bodies were corrupted by the abyss. It does the same thing to plants and animals. There's nothing heroic or special about it. It doesn't make us better, and it doesn't make us worthier.
Lead us to your chief and I'll decide whether I'm going to help or not.
We'll take the short route. Well, the only route, really.
Dun dun dun. Alright. Gonna hit the F5 button real quick, because I hate failing skill checks.
A mongrel did it.
Oh, good. We made it.
They will break against our resolve.
We forgot we didn't. Oh, God. Oh, heroism. Okay.
The spirits demand your blood.
Melee, and ranged, right? No, you're ranged too. This will be fine. Easy spiders. Easy kills. Yeah, hit the F5 key one more time. That's how we get across. Oh, what's over here? Hello? Spooky, spooky, scary flies. I didn't check to see if. Yeah, that's AC stuff. Blah blah blah.
Only
Okay.
you deserve my obedience.
All right. Hello? Any other creatures?
They will break against our resolve.
we asked. We received.
You are today's sacrifice.
Sneak attack OP. Ooh. Masterwork Greatsword. Is that better than what I have? It is. Yeah, we'll put that on. Speaking of putting it on, put that on. Okay, we'll take that off. We'll put this on you. There we go. Da 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 da. I think we walked the wrong way. Listen here, you. I don't know who you are or where you come from, but you and I are the only two people who see things clearly. That's why I'm asking you, don't show the light of heaven to Skull. I thought you considered the mongrels to be great warriors. The descendants of great warriors, I believe that my people are worthy of greatness, and they are strong and they can do many things. That's why we were chased down here. We scared people. But it's one thing to go hunting in the caves and another to fight in the shield maze. I've been here. I've been there. I've spent my whole life training, so I can make it through all the way to the end. There were more of us trackers at the start. We were young and stupid. But a couple of monsters when there's a whole world out there waiting for us. That's what we thought, but we weren't prepared. The maze isn't just a physical challenge. It's cunning and full of traps. It's dark as a primordial night, and if you close your eyes and listen, you hear whispers right behind you, and soft singing in the distance that seems to rise and fall with the beating of your heart. I had to learn from my friends' mistakes. I had to step over their bodies and go further. I don't want to have to do that again. And it will happen again if a crowd of ill-prepared fighters burst into the maze with no idea where they're going. All because Lan believes that glowing sword will solve all our problems. I'll think about it. Let's go. She's a spider? Yeah, I don't know actually. I never got to interact with her much in my other campaign. But she does have like a spider-like things. Mongrels are basically like mutants. They're like, for example, like you can see like Lan is like half lizard. She's like part spider and all that. So yeah, um, they're basically been like corrupted and whatnot. They don't look. They're human but not human. I think we missed some loot, so I'm going back for that loot. I want loot. I'm pretty sure there's loot back here.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
Okay.
Go for their heart.
We are the light. They are the darkness.
Do 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 do.
Oh, what is that?
Well, that was easy. Oh, wand of cure light wounds. We will need that probably.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
I forgot how annoying Lan was. Like, truly annoying. Da 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 da. All right, let's cause more chaos. Kind of curious what happens when we don't show the light. Like, good campaign, we showed the light and stuff happened after that.
Move out.
Move out. Uplanders, eh? And time-ish are upon Ush indeed. Chief Saul, we found the Angel's Sword, and we found the one who can wield it. He had a vision, and now the Angel's Sword, together with the light of heaven, are somewhat inside him. Gather the tribe, anyone who can hold a weapon. The young ones are still alive, we can go save them. Ah, Lan. Always dreaming, always talking. You're too hasty for your own good. It's gonna get you in trouble. An uplander with the light of heaven? That's too good for us. Wow. Our kind doesn't have good things happen. There's always a catch. Lan trusts people because he likes ish to believe. Isn't that right, Lan? I'm the chief. I don't work on fate. Show the light. Uh, is there someone else from the surface? There he is. Hale and hearty and prime as a peacock, just like me. Shit not good. Too many uplanders. Shit not good. Shit not right. What are you up to here? You're not one of us. We're not one of your kind. When the time comes, we'll show you not you to us. Lan is mistaken. We didn't find the sword. I know why you're lying, and no doubt you have reasons, but I know it's a lie, and you know it, and Wendu knows it. Tell him, Wendu. I saw the light shining between the rocks and then went out. Lan saw what he wanted to see. Why are you doing this? Doing what? Telling the truth? You saw some kind of light near me, and you thought that meant that I now have the Angel's Sword. You were mistaken. There's no need to drag other people into it. I don't care, but I'm gonna just say, yeah, I see how it is. You and Window have worked everything out between yourselves. I'm such an idiot who decided to trust you. Everyone around me said that he didn't want to go anywhere or save anyone, but I didn't believe them. I always have to take things further than anyone else. Isn't that right, Chief? Fine, I see how things are. I don't need any more convincing. Sheesh, Lana. Miracles are not meant for us. We, the tribe, we wait. If one of us, you will wait. We're not going anywhere. Uplander, rest now. There is a hut over there. You can rest there. You made the right choice. It was the lesser of two evils, and now rest, so we can be at our best when we go into the maze. I promise to lead you to service, and I will. Oh boy. Alright. Now's the fun part for the next 10 minutes. Narnish, if you're still here, this is all the classes you can be in this game. And when you open up one of the classes, there is a ton of subclasses underneath each of them. So I spent 20 minutes on this because it took a while to figure out what I wanted to play. And there's also classes that are locked, basically. These are classes you get at like level 10 or whatnot to multi-class into. Yeah, it's a little bit big. Alright, Mixed Bloodrager. We're going for level 2. Okay, I'm fine with level 2. Skill points. We need 1 in persuasion. We need athletics. I guess we're just doing this. We get an extra 1. Let's get Arcana. Uncanny dodge complete. All right. Paladin. What do you get? Lay on hands and divine grace. Okay, I'm alright with a paladin. Yo, I'm just with the kids right now, but I've got you up on my laptop, my stuff. Hey, Lock. No problem. Glad you could stop by, man. This is a very intense game, so I'm kind of trying to keep focus on this. All right, we need world. We have nature. We have arcana. We do need religion. Religion is definitely our weak point. Oh, actually, no. We should probably do. Let's do religion. Shaman, spirit hunter. Jerky, I'm fine with. We have one more point. Go. Let's do some more. I do. We need religion a lot. Hexus, right? This is fun. We're gonna have you take the healing one because we need a healer. For now, Zenmark Archer. Zenmark's bonus feats was taken from the following list. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Improve your perception. Those. All right. Let's take precise shot. And we're gonna take a short bow because you're gonna be closer. Oh boy. Fighter. Bonus combat feat. Do I want fighter or should I start going into other stuff? What's a scald? Poet's history. No, I don't need it. Magnus. I think we're gonna go fighter till like level 3. Yeah, let's go to fighter to level 3 and then we'll go from there. What does bravery do? Against fear saves. Okay. Oh wow, you have pretty high nature and perception. We're gonna keep that. Proficient. All right. Let's do blind fight. No, you're ranged. Right? Yeah, you're a ranged person, so we can't do blind fight. Should probably do something ranged. Melee attack, 2-weapon fighting, but what, rapid shot? Deadly aim. Take combat reflexes, I think. Sounds always good. All right. Oh, hello. Finally, someone from the surface. I was beginning to lose hope. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Horgus Gwyn. Yes, that Gwyn. You've no doubt heard of me if you spent any time at all in the city. I have a business proposition for you. Your name tells me nothing. Who are you? You're truly a freshly arrived to the city, then. You couldn't have picked a worse time, that's for certain. Only just arrived and the city has been razed to rubble. You should know that we're looking at one of the most richest and distinguished men in Kenabres.